Hey, Colabcoaching yet again to share some wise words of wisdom for the week. Week number 3 of the Singleness series, most anticipated series I've done so far. And I'm so excited to get into this week 3 topic. The topic slash thought I want to talk to you about today is why singleness can help you. We talk about what singleness is, how you can apply singleness in your life, but why it can help you. You know, Society in its entirety talks about how there are so many benefits in relationships, and trust me, being a relationship coach, I agree there's a lot of benefits with being in a relationship. You learn how to be a better partner, you learn how to be a better collaborator, you love communication, you learn communication skills, you learn about who you are as a person in a relationship, and if you have the ability to build with someone, so on and so forth. You learn how to compatibility is in general, what you like and what you dislike. There's so much we could talk about in relationships, but a lot of people neglect the power of singleness and how singleness can help you. The reason why I'm so passionate about teaching people, especially people who are single right now, why singleness can help you is because we are not utilizing that hidden power that we have within ourselves because we're so focused on relationships. We're so focused on having someone next to us or being with someone instead of being with ourselves. Now, the thing that a lot of people lose sight on, the thing that a lot of people are missing out on is that when you're single, you're not truly alone. I'll say it again. When you're single, you are not truly alone. We tend to neglect the most powerful relationship you have had with the X amount of years you've been born. That relationship is with yourself. Now, when you're single, the reason why I say you're not truly alone is because you are in a relationship with yourself. You are just in a relationship mentally and spiritually and emotionally with yourself. You're not physically in a relationship with yourself like you can be with somebody else. But that doesn't mean that you're not in a whole entire full length relationship. As a matter of fact, the longest relationship you've had other than with your parents, if they're in your life, is with yourself. Because you wake up with yourself, you go to sleep with yourself, you talk to yourself, you eat with yourself, you sleep with yourself, you enjoy things with yourself, you go through heartaches with yourself, you go through pain with yourself, you go through achievements with yourself, you go through depression with yourself. You're all dealing with these emotions with yourself, and we're forgetting that. We are forgetting. I personally have been forgot that in point of my life as well because we're so sensitized and we're so used to the idea of if you're not with someone else, you're not in a relationship. But you have to teach yourself and re-educate yourself that being in a relationship with yourself is a form of relationships. I know I'm saying relationships a lot, but it's a companionship. It's a companionship. And the thing that people who are single have an advantage, a slight advantage over someone who's in a relationship is that you get to center all that time, all that energy on yourself. You're not worrying about a significant other that's physically around you. You're not worrying about feelings from someone else. You're not worrying if you stepped on someone else's toes. You're not worrying about if you have talked to that person today or you spent enough time with that person or you figured out and worked on their love languages. You have all that energy to work on your love languages. You have all that time and energy to work on what do you like, what do you dislike, what do you enjoy, what do you like, what can help you have a better day, what can hurt you, what are you currently suffering with, what are you currently dealing with. This is all the time and the freedom that you have right now to work on you. Now, you're asking me, are you looking at me right now? Okay, you sound good. It sounds like some things that you're saying make sense, but how can I start this? How can I truly help myself while being single? Best thing to do is that it's mental. First thing is that you have to change that environment that you put around yourself. That if you're not in a relationship, you're not happy. If you're not with someone, you're not happy. If you're not dating, you're not happy. You could be happy with yourself. You just have to teach yourself how to do it. You have to teach yourself how to love yourself. Best thing to do, the first thing to do is to go ahead and think about what makes you happy without someone else. What makes you happy by yourself? What are the things that you truly enjoy doing alone? A lot of times we focus on companionship. As I said before, we focus on things that we do with other people and we label that as happiness. We label that as enjoyment. But what about the things that you do with yourself? Those self-care moments, those times that you are recharging. What are the things that help you relax? What are the things that you think about when you meditate? What are the things that you do when you pray? All these different times that you are alone with yourself, what kind of peace do you feel? And how can you maximize on that time? It's literally creating that environment that you haven't been neglecting, as I said. So, what are the things that you need in that environment to help make that, to cultivate that environment, to make it grow? For example, for me, it could be quiet spaces, cleanliness, things that are clean, things, no distractions, things that help me ease my mind instead of me going on high alert, because I'm the type of person that thinks all the time. So if I can take things that don't make me think on 20 different things in a moment away from me, it allows me to decompress and to just let things free. That's one thing for me. Another thing for me is having something around me that's enjoyable. So getting all the distractions out the way, but having something centered around me that's enjoyable. It could be food. Food is a good example. It could be a video game. It could be, video games could be distracting, but it can, the type of video game in itself. And it could be things that keep you at peace, like you may be being in an environment, physical environment, as outside at a beach, hearing the sound, the wave sounds, things like that. All that's being said is that you have to find things that work for you. And the best way for you to learn what works for you is to actually be by yourself and apply and try different things. Sometimes you might find something that you like, sometimes you find things that you don't like, but at least you're trying. At least you're putting effort. At least you're pushing yourself to do something that's out of the ordinary and not what people are telling you to do. Oh, you need to jump in a relationship. Oh, you've been single for so long. Why are you single? Why don't you have a man? Why don't you have a woman? All these different things. Get that out of your way. Get those distractions out of your way. Focus on you. Because I promise you one thing. I do promise you one thing. I don't like to promise a lot of things, but I do promise you one thing. That once you start working on yourself and you start to grow within yourself and you start to level up in a sense, those people will come. People will come. Not to say that will be the right person for you. Distractions will come too. But as long as you continue to work yourself, people see that. People are eyeing that. People value that. No one wants to be around someone that's constantly talking negative. No one wants to be around someone that is not trying to move forward in life, not trying to achieve things. People like to be around people that inspire them. So be that person that inspires others while you're working on yourself. So when you think about singleness and being single, don't think about it in a negative way. We tend to always think about the negative things first, and we like to put energy towards negative things first. But I'm saying, don't put the energy towards the negative things alone. Put the same energy on the positive things, even if you know that you can't focus completely on the positive. But check yourself. Check yourself and say, hey, I'm putting a lot of energy on the things that I'm lacking. What are the things that I can gain? Simple as that. So you're looking at me like, okay, I know that I'm struggling with my singleness and I want my singleness to help me become a better person. What can I do? Go ahead and go to my website, yourcolabcoach.com. Free 15-minute coaching session. Simple. And we talk about exactly what you want to talk about and we see if we're a good fit for each other. I don't want to waste your time, and you shouldn't be with anyone that's wasting your time just to make money off of you. That's not a good look. Follow me on Facebook, Your Collab Coach. Follow me on Instagram, Collab Coaching, everything Collab Coaching. Go to my YouTube, like and subscribe, Collab Coaching. You will not be disappointed. You would go ahead, you could watch all my past series. You could watch my singleness series, that the video I did last week, and get ready for the ones that I'm going to do in the future. And share this with anyone that's struggling with their singleness and they can't see how it can help them. I'm here to help them. Thank you so much for watching. Be safe out there. Have a wonderful day.